it's been quite a revealing little week when it comes to the behavior of the media, or for what passes for media in modern America. We've had two revealing kerfuffles regarding the way Obama handles the press, and vice versa. Now, first there was CNN's Ed Henry, who asked a sort of cranky and contentious question about AIG bonuses during Obama's primetime press conference. No question that Obama got ticked, and he answered Henry's query about the perceived lag in denouncing the AIG bonuses by Obama rather pointedly saying that he, for one, hesitates, unlike others, that he hesitates because he likes to know what he's talking about before he opens his mouth. Well, that's a rim shot. Well, Obama didn't melt under Henry's grandstanding, and to be fair, Henry survived just fine, even if the president swatted him in public. But now Henry has gone and made a fool of himself by publishing a piece on CNN.com revealing his master strategy. Turns out that planning for a presidential press conference is just all one big game for Ed Henry, who says his plan, now get this, and I'm quoting, was to make news on something unexpected. That, by the way, is something we don't teach in journalism school. We're old-fashioned. We prefer to teach reporters how to report news instead of making it up or manufacturing it for the cable news cameras. And while we're on the subject of cable news cameras, there was that little performance also put on by NBC's so-called senior White House correspondent Chuck Todd. I say so-called because Todd has been a reporter now for about 6 weeks. Prior to that, he was a rather capable numbers cruncher and pollster for MSNBC. He was the political director. But now he's one of those badge-carrying, trench-coated White House reporters. Turns out that Chuck Todd's sort of a circus performer as well. He asked the president why Obama hasn't... I'm sorry if I'm laughing. He asked Obama why he hasn't asked Americans to sacrifice more in these hard times. It's pretty fantastic. Now, here's a guy who gets paid 6 figures, more likely 7 figures a year to dine at the Cafe Milano and read a teleprompter impersonating a reporter, and he's asking the president why he hasn't asked Americans to give up, say, I don't know, 60%, not just 40% of their pension funds? Why don't, say, a couple million more people just give up their jobs and make a sacrifice to get that unemployment figure up into the solid double digits? And why is it that Obama allows 90-95% of Americans to actually pay their mortgages on time? Shouldn't they show some real sacrifice and go into foreclosure? Well, thank God no bloggers were allowed to ask questions. Who knows what kind of stupidities they would have come up with? Which brings me to my final point. On Thursday morning, Obama held his web-based town hall in which the public was able to list and vote on the questions they wanted, and several 100,000 people participated. Now, no question that the queries Obama chose to respond to from the public, from, those ordinary people, well, they weren't very challenging. But, they were substantial. They were serious questions about the economy and education. And so, how did CNN report on this event? Well, by showing video of the one moment when President Obama referred to his daughter rather lovingly as his little pea. News about peas from pea brains.